Guys, do we have anybody here? Let's have a look. Hey Susie. Hey Rams. We got Rams as well. And we got Jack. And we have Preston Johnson, no less. Preston, fantastic to see you here. We've got Gary as well from Indiana. And we got Marco, who also commented earlier on, along with Lead Belly, about the old Ground Control to Major Tom, Space Oddity, my latest creation on YouTube. For anybody who's interested, I've uploaded a new video today. And it was Space Oddity by David Bowie. And you just join me. Hey Vladin, is it Vladin? Where are you? Good with that gun in your hand. Oh, I've heard it so many times, yeah, so I'm just kind of having a little bit of a practice. It's been a long few days. I've been recording like crazy. I've been playing like crazy. It feels like all I've really done over the last few days is play, record, edit, and do all that kind of thing. And it's been good fun, but I'm very, very tired. Hello to Germany there. I don't know if that's Marty or not. Fantastic to see you all, and thank you all very much indeed for joining me. So, yeah, where was I? So, it's been a very, very busy time for me of late, and I haven't had much time to do anything other than play. So, why I'm doing a live broadcast, I'm not entirely sure, because the plan was to just put my feet up and chill out because I'm really, really tired. I do quite a few live gigs, Jeff. I do play most weekends. I kind of have a little bit of a rest through the winter. I don't tend to go out quite so much through the winter, which is why one of the main reasons I've come here tonight. I've had so many people contacting me saying, Joe, look, these live sessions, I would love to take part, but YouTube doesn't seem to be notifying me or any of this kind of thing. If only I knew when you were going to do it, then I would tune in and I would watch. And I get many, many kind of emails and messages very similar to that. And look, the fact of the matter is that they're very much spur of the moment, okay? But what I can say, and that is the main reason for coming here tonight, is to say that there is going to be the Joe Show on a Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Okay, I'm not playing the next few Fridays, so my idea is that at 8 p.m. on a Friday evening, UK time, it's going to be the Joe Show, so you can kind of tune in, ask me your questions, say hello, share a little bit of time, listen to a little bit of music, ask a few questions, whatever it is, you know, if I can help you with anything, any of that kind of stuff. So this video is kind of, and this broadcast is really to just let everybody know about that. So, you know, people will be able to kind of, you know, come along at a time and know that something's going to be happening, okay? So yeah, as I say, I've been doing a lot of videoing, and this guitar at the moment is tuned to the most unusual tuning I think I've used to date, and it's a Lindsey Buckingham tuning. I think it's an F sharp 7 tuning almost. And I'm always looking for things to kind of get my fingers going, keep them going, pushing myself, always trying to stretch myself and kind of, I believe that's a good kind of plan for improving on the guitar. And I have a way to go with this kind of song. I'm just reminding myself of it. I never actually learnt it properly at any point, but I've been listening to it, and again, Lindsey Buckingham is a fantastic guitarist. In fact, one of my most popular videos to date, which is Never Going Back Again, is probably the video which has done best for me over this last 5 years, in kind of real terms, time as it were. I mean, it hasn't got the most views, but it kind of has for the time it's been about. So who else have we got here? Let me say hello to everybody else. Okay, so we've said Rams and Lead Belly and Jeff. Yeah, on the Isle of Wight, Jeff, all the local kind of pubs and stuff like that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to come to the mainland. The cruise industry, I know quite a few people who play on cruise ships, but I'm not so sure that's something I would particularly like to do. I wouldn't mind a little stint if I had sea legs. So we've got John as well, and it's good to catch you as well, the Bronx. And we got Paul, maybe a bit late, but caught one of your live broadcasts it last. Hey, Paul, the Joe so sounds great. Okay, that's good. And we got Vlalden, thank you for your lessons. Adore JJ Kale stuff. Well, don't forget to check out my Patreon page if you like all the kind of JJ Kale. There's a lot of stuff on there with tabs and backing tracks as well, Vladin. And then we've got David. Hi, David. And we've got George. Hey, George. That's good to kind of see you all. So as I was saying, this is a very, very unusual tuning, this F sharp 7 kind of tuning. And it's a kind of used for a Fleetwood Mac sound. I don't know what the sounds like volume wise. Some of these fingerpicking patterns that he has are absolutely outstanding, I have to say. I've been a picker for a very, very, very long time, it seems like now. Unfortunately, I can kind of pick these things up relatively quick, but you know, I know what it's like for intermediate and beginner kind of players and things like that. These kind of songs are fantastic for that, you know. If you haven't checked out Never Going Back Again, even as a bunch of exercises, if you're interested in fingerpicking, you can watch each piece of that video and improve your fingerpicking 100% because they're just so challenging. And I'm finding this the same. I haven't had a lot of time to practice it, but I'm hoping that you can kind of hear it is nice. I haven't got it. It's based on these kind of few chords. As I say, it's in an F sharp 7 tuning. First part's quite simple. It's just ba 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 ba. But when it goes to this second bit, it kind of goes. I think that's bad news. I think my sound is gone, guys. So that may be the end of the broadcast, which is a great shame. If you bear with me a second, guys. Well, it's unfortunate. It's just going to go, I think, at some stage very, very soon. I didn't plan to do a long broadcast, but when it does go off, I'll kind of just put you on the iPad speaker, which isn't going to be very nice. So just to let you know, I don't suppose it matters too much. But as I was saying, these finger picking patterns of his are just absolutely wonderful. Is anybody getting that coming through? Kind of those kind of ideas. Anyway, that's definitely something I'm going to be taking a look at some point in the future. Audio is good. It will be good for now, James. But as I say, the batteries have just gone into kind of meltdown. I'm just gonna, if you bear with me for a sec, guys, I'm just gonna see if I've got another battery for when it does go. I won't be a tick. Be as quick as I can. I'm sure you can amuse yourselves. Aha, I think the sound has gone. I think the sound has gone, so you'll have to bear with me for a second. See if this makes any difference. Oh my word, that's tight. Okay, my battery is gone, so just bear with me for a second. I've found one. I don't know if that's going to do the job. I will be better prepared for the Joe show, I dare say, which is next Friday, 8 p.m. Can you hear me? Can people hear me? Speak to me, please, if you can hear me. Clearly not then. From Egbert, hey Frank. Nice. Right, we should have sound coming back very shortly. Proper sound. Okay, that should be better now. We should be back to proper sound. Okay, so yeah, Preston's out in the Louisiana Delta, which is where I want to go, isn't it, Preston? Now, for my other guitar, you might have noticed I've had this, been playing this guitar quite a bit lately. This is a kind of newish guitar, and it's quite a nice one. But this is Good Old Faithful, which you'll all be familiar with. Yeah, that's another one I'm working on. Another one I've been shooting and filming today. So there's been a lot of kind of stuff happening. So who else is tuning in here? Let's have another little look back. We've got Jeff, we've got Paul, we've got James. Audio is good. It's going to go again. Hey guys, do me a favour and tell me if there is sound at the moment, because my thing has gone off and I'd be interested to know. Sorry to keep asking, but if somebody could just say at this moment. I'm glad to hear that, Paul. Okay, Jeff, sounds okay. You hear me all right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there is sound. That's what I wanted to know, guys. Thank you for helping me out on that one. Do appreciate it. So, I hope you've all been practicing hard. And enjoying your guitar playing? My cup of tea has gone cold. I know a lot of you like your blues. Somebody mentioned Kind Hearted Woman before. It's a lovely song. If you haven't looked at it, I'm thinking of revisiting this song. I don't know how many of you know it. You know, how many... Hey Mark, thanks. Glad to hear. I did do quite a few JJ Cale songs, so you'd have to tell me which one for me to know which one it is. Hey Julie, you're there. I'm sorry I didn't text you, Julie. So yeah, you know, for anybody who's interested, the Kind-Hearted Woman, and what? Okay, we've got a D shape. Think of a D shape. Just move it all up one string, as it were, and then move up to the 5th fret. You've got this Robert Johnson A. Okay, so it's just like a D shape, only it's moved up. As I say, if you were in D here, you just move up each finger, go along to the 5th, and play the chord with the A string. You can drop it back. Yeah. Now this time when we drop back, we're going to put our little pinky down on the only string that we're not playing, which is the bottom one so far. Pinky down and back up. One more time. Then we go into a D. To A, to an E, D, A. Yeah, if you like the blues, then you know I've done quite a lot of blues stuff. So, how are we all doing tonight? Anyway, guys, tell me a little bit about you, how you're all getting on, yeah? So it's not just the Joe Show, it's kind of, I like to know how you're all going as well. Yeah, very nice. George. Just watch the Bowie video. Nobody knows you. Yeah, it's a nice little song. Deadwood, my word, I've never had that happen before. A donation, no less. Well, that is fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. So yeah, that's Nobody Knows You when you're down and out. Once I lived the life of a millionaire, spent all my money, didn't have any cares. Took all my friends out for a mighty good time. We drank bootleg liquor, champagne wine. Then I began to fall so low, lost all my good friends and nowhere to go. If I get my hands on a dollar again, I'll hang on to it till that old brick face, because nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not one penny, and as friends, you don't have any. If only I had another guitarist here, I could have kind of maybe done the solo. All that kind of stuff. So who we got here? Deadwood, my oh my, a big thanks to you, buddy. So all great last off Unplugged. Hi Suze. Way to go, Deadwood. Lead Belly reminds me of Bugsy Malone. Yeah, I tell you, yeah, I must do Jeff, really, to be honest with you. I should do some James Taylor. I'll have to give that some thought. Do you prefer the Clapton signature to your new Martin? Oh, I'd have to say so. I would have to say so. I mean, they're different kind of tools of the trade, you know. But if I was on a desert island, this is the one that would be coming with me. I think in part that's also, you know, it's not just that it's, you know, the model that it is, but it's had over 25 years of me put into it, you know, and I think that accounts for something in a sense, you know, and I've often say this guitar will probably be at its best after I'm long gone, unfortunately, but it's still a great guitar and it's a lovely guitar. And by the way, that's not to detract from the other one, which really is a different. This is kind of rosewood back and sides, and I kind of like the sound of a mahogany back and sides, which is what the other model is. Yeah, so you get different kind of tones and stuff like that for anybody who's interested, as it were. So yeah, that was a little bit of Nobody Knows You. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Susie. It's a nice little song. It is a nice song. Another kind of nice, relaxing song, I think. I think my tea's gone cold. Can you give me a minute, guys? Because I've got to have a little drink on the go, because else I get very thirsty. I'll literally be 10 seconds. Here I come. Here I come. I'm on my way with some warm tea. Nothing strong tonight, just a cup of tea. Do we still have anybody here? I like the countdown. You were obviously watching my David Bowie video earlier on with the countdown. That's the only thing I couldn't put in. Well done indeed. Yeah. Would anybody like to hear a blues song that I'm working on at the moment? You know, I've just kind of got a little bit of a melody together, I guess, at the moment. I'm kind of now working on the melody, as it were. So there's a preview of my latest song, my own composition, because I write my own songs and stuff as well, yeah? I might kind of start looking at some of those things as well. So anyway, this is a blues I'd kind of like to develop. Simple, just in A. So you get the idea, yeah? So you can kind of start developing it as you go. Now you see, so what I then try and do, and I might do some videos on songwriting, I don't know if anybody's interested in that kind of stuff, but you see the next stage for me is kind of thinking, it doesn't really have to be words at this stage for me, it's more notes, it's more melody, so I might think ba, 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 da, ba, ba, this kind of thing. And you know, then you can and develop little further ideas and stuff like that. So it might be something worth me thinking about for future lesson, really, kind of songwriting and stuff, because I think that if you're going to take the time to play your guitar, it makes sense to kind of develop some of your own inner talent, you know, because anybody can do this kind of stuff, you know, it's only a question of spending the time trying to do it. That you kind of come up with the ideas, and you know, I think many people are wrapped up in learning songs, you know, and don't always give much time to trying to develop those kind of things. So it's just an idea, you know, and it's very an enjoyable thing to do. So yeah, so okie doke, people's music. It's a shuffle, James, for sure, you've got that. Turnarounds, yeah, we got some turnarounds in that. I've got kind of in mind, do you? Do 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 do. 24 watching, 9 likes. Hit the thumbs up, friends. Thanks, James. I need as many publicists as I can find. Love the developer bits as well. Yeah, I guess a lot of kind of you know, people are into that kind of thing, you know. And that's just kind of around. It's very interesting, you see, because if you watch my cage thing, and you watch a lot of the stuff over at Patreon, you'll see that a lot of the stuff that I talk about over there, about the cage system, and how these licks are just built on the chord. So I'm playing an A chord, as you know. So if I play a lick like, they're all from an A major, that's all it is, look. Yeah? Finishing on an A. And those starting notes and finish notes are very important. That's the only really thing, you know, just have fun in between. So overall, A. Same kind of thing, just a different, yeah? You know, you've got all these kind of for your A. And then when you're in your D, yeah, you can kind of, obviously this is like a D. So you can play those kind of things over your D. Or whatever. And then when you, and then just kind of start off really, if that's your kind of thing, then what I always suggest is to kind of be a little bit repetitive, so you can get this same licks down and get a nice feel with them. And then once you've truly got them mastered, each little lick, then you can kind of move on to, you know, a different lick, you know, so it might be, you might start playing down here over the A. So on and so forth. Just thinking of, like, say for example with if you're playing an A, like we've said there, so all these notes here are going to be kind of cool. I would say, yeah, you know, there's no bad thing about learning scales, Mark, yeah, but I think that equally important, you do yourself a favour by learning a little bit about the cage system, because like I'm about to say now, when you're kind of playing in A, let's say, so we know that that's an A chord, yeah, we know that that's an A chord, we know that that's an A. Sorry, that's an A as well, yeah? So you can draw on all these notes. To get your solos, is what I'm trying to say. So down here, you've got notes, here you've got notes, as I say, and here you've got notes. So you can just play with those, get familiar. Okay, now wherever you play a kind of half bar, like so, for your one chord, right, that's A. And if we want to play in the major pentatonic, then you just play that shape there, so all that stuff would work as well. You know, all those kind of notes there will work as well. And it's just a question of, I don't know if any of you have kind of got loopers. I should. It's another thing I need to do a lesson on really, which is loopers, because they are a great idea if you're interested in playing lead guitar or solos and stuff like that. Have any of you used a looper before? Silence. Silence, everybody. Thank you. I just found my lessons and you enjoy them. Hey, Don, you're very welcome. Yes. My Happiness. Yeah. Oh, what a lovely song that is. My Happiness. It's funny you should say that, Freewheel. I think it's Freewheel. Where the skies are grey or blue, any place on earth will do, just as long as I'm with you, my happiness. Every shadows make me blue, when each weary day is through. How I long to be with you, my dreaming of your tender kiss, always thinking how I miss my happiness. Yeah, that's a lovely song, that one, isn't it? A million years it seems have gone by since we shared our dreams, but I'll hold you again. There'll be no blue memories then, where the skies are gray or blue, any place on earth, just as long as I'm with you, my happiness. Lovely little song, lovely little song. I've done a lesson on that, believe it or not. I don't know if any of you have watched that one. That's a very nice, charming little song. Aha, right. Well, thanks, Leadbelly. That's it, James, you've got it, yeah. That's exactly what the looper is. As Paul's saying as well. Yeah, that's a nice little song. Again, this is much longer than I actually intended. I always end up on here a lot longer than I ever intend to, really. The time just seems to just fly by. But don't forget, folks, this is more of an announcement than anything, to let you know that it's going to be the Joe Show, Friday evenings, 8 p.m. Okay, we've made a date. It would be fantastic to have you all along next Friday at 8 p.m. and we can have another chat, another catch up, play some songs, all that kind of stuff. Hey Simon, I'm good, and it's good to catch you. Yes, it most certainly is. I've just been saying, Simon, that basically this kind of live broadcast was just to announce that I'm going to do the Joe Show on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Alright, so a lot of people have been saying to me, God, if only I knew when you were going to be doing this. So because I'm not playing the next few Fridays, I thought I'd try and make an effort to catch up with everybody and have a chat with everybody. Yeah, it's interesting that, Frank. Hey Frank, yeah, Joey Rogers playing it on the Dock Road in Liverpool with my dad. who's no longer with me. Oh, that's very sad. Been on call load, Simon, yeah? Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah, that's the idea anyway. Putting a reminder on my phone. See you next Friday. That sounds great, Preston. Over in the States there. Paul, Ample headphones. Susie, Julie, love the show. Joe show idea. They played Atlantic, Dock Road. Now, are any of you familiar with Leon Redbone? I've done a few lessons on this guy, and he was quite an artist. He recently passed away, but he's done some fantastic music. I like a lot of his stuff. It's kind of quite jazzy and things like that. You did, yeah, Simon. I think you've seen those. Don't talk about me when I'm gone. Yeah, that's the stuff. And also Relax as well, which I think is a really nice tune. Anytime you choose, take off your shoes, rest your weary eyes, catch up with the news. My favorite book will be The Perfect Company. So relax, oh, la-da-da-dee. Forget about your blues, doing fine. Leave your cares and worries far behind. Loosen up your tie, the words creep by. Life and all its troubles start to get you down. Laugh and put your heels up and turn yourself around. Anytime you choose, kick off your shoes, rest your weary eyes and catch up with the mood. Favorite book will be The Perfect Company. So relax, oh, la-da-da-dee. That's a real nice tune, that one, yeah. I don't know if any of you checked that one out, but that was quite a nice tune. And it is there to learn. Where are we now? Yeah, the back is definitely on the mend. Just have acoustic and ukulele and keyboard. What kind of stuff do you play, Susie? Do you play? I expect you play quite a lot of stuff, because you've mentioned quite a few bits and pieces. Check out your YouTube video, Susie. You may get hooked on loopers. Yeah, did Mark along with Harry Chambers. Good tune. Your acoustic would need a pickup or could use a mic. Yeah, Paul, ordinarily I have my recorder running. Tonight I'm just on the iPad speaker, unfortunately. Right. I grabbed the tabs for Relax on Patreon. Yeah, it's a nice one, I think. It's a very nice chilled number. Yeah, Mama Thornton, big Mama Thornton, Preston. Absolutely. And another one of those is Memphis Minnie, isn't she? If I went out late at night, I wouldn't be treating my baby right. I didn't know to do it. Where does it go, I ask myself. Where does it go? My goodness, I need a magnifying glass for that. If I went out late at night, I wouldn't be treating my baby right again. That's just not what's going on. I cannot see for the life of me. That's really strange. Neil Young, always worth checking out his material. He's done some fantastic stuff over the years, obviously. I wonder if turning the volume up will help at all. Does that make much difference? I'd be interested to know if that makes any difference. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Yeah, well worth learning this one, guys. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Nice song, without a shadow of a doubt, a nice song. Yeah, Free Will. Is that Free Wheel? Free Will? Not too sure. Yeah. Who else we got going here? Let's have a little look. Up. Hey, Deadwood. Wow, it's great to have you on board. Some new faces here as well, which is really cool. Really nice to have some new kind of people around, as well as all the regulars, of course, goes without saying. I think on my last broadcast I was kind of I was talking at the beginning of the broadcast about you know, the importance, if you're a finger picker, kind of how nice some of the Lindsey Buckingham material is, because they have some great picking patterns, and you know, if you break them down into little passages, they are in themselves fantastic exercises for getting your right hand particularly working in ways that you know, really help bring on people's playing. I think it's, you know, I always end up kind of playing this one when I come on here. A lot of people ask for it. tracking. I wonder how kind of loud I'm coming across because I sound awfully quiet here. So if I'm quiet here, I'm just wondering what it's going to be like there. I never play with a amp at home. That's something I might have to look into actually. I just saw a question out the corner of my eye there. How do you deal with nerves in a live performance? Jeff, very good question. You know, and you probably won't be too surprised by the answer, but I think repetition obviously helps, you know, but it's one thing, you know, saying kind of it's all very well saying that if you've got like 1,000 gigs behind you, you know, you don't feel the same thing when you go out and play as you do when you're playing your first few gigs, and that is very difficult. Leadbelly saying volume, I'm thinking there, is he saying? But essentially you've got to face the music, and you know it can work against you because you're trembling and your heart's beating out of your chest and all these other kind of things, and it's very, very difficult to hold it together sometimes. But I think that, you know, it's just kind of thinking I'm going to do this really ultimately, and each time I do it will get easier. So, you know, you need to look at it like that. I've never taken anything for nerves or anything like that, you know, like Leadbelly's saying. Um, you know, it's something I've just done. I don't really have too much nerves now, and even when I was in a band and we were playing to like quite large numbers, I didn't really get that nervous. I mean, I did for really big gigs, like for bikers and, you know, all this kind of stuff. When there were like a few thousand people, then it was a bit nervy. But other than that, you know, just doing low key stuff. I think a good thing that you can do is play in front of people who are, you know, your immediate family and things like that. Um, that that is a great thing to do. So if you've got a partner, play to the partner. If you've got kids, play to the kids. Play to their friends. Play to, you know, try and make that circle more wider and wider. And then if you ever get an opportunity for an open mic or something like that, just go and just do your best. And, you know, just remember at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. You know, that's just a fact of life. But, you know, once we can just get started, you kind of get there really, you know. You will get there. So I hope that helps in some small way. funny on this guitar, that chord. And yet when I check it with the tuner, it's a shame. Maybe it's only me who can hear it. I've seen trouble on my day. That's a nice song to learn as well. What we got going on here then, just to have fun, It's the initial time you go up. Exactly. Mistakes are part of the charm. Yeah, you can't be, life's too short to be worrying about mistakes. You can't let fear in any way, shape or form get in the way of you taking your kind of art outside, your creative juices outside. Never make that compromise. Many people hold off and think, I'm not good enough to go out and do that. I've had all kinds of people of all different levels play out live, and I support and kind of take my hat off to anybody who goes out and has a go. However it comes across, however it sounds, it's very important that you take that step. It's perhaps one of the biggest steps you're going to take in your musical career. Very important. So if you get the option, like I say, try and build it around family, then extend it. You know, if you have a party, get the guitar out and go for it, and you know, see what kind of feedback you get. The more you can expose yourself, the better, and you'll get there. Anybody can do any of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was just trying to remind myself of Man of Constant Sorrow. I haven't played it for so long, and I can't remember the words. It's impossible to remember all these words, for me anyway. I can remember about 100 songs, but after that, you know, it's very difficult. So sometimes I have to revisit them. And not just the words, but loosening up with the songs as well, you know. Yeah, Man of Constant Sorrow is a song, you really want to do that, Simon. It's a cracker, and you've got everything you need over at Patreon, as you know. So I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and bred. See, remembering the words and everything is like, whoa, you know. I need to have like 5 minutes with it, really. I'm kind of practicing in front of you guys just to show you, you know, that I'm just like you guys. I'm no different, you know. I mean, if I'm going to go perform, I'm going to make sure I'm up to speed with whatever it is I decide to play, you know. So I'm just hoping that that encourages you guys to kind of do the same. Get out there and do it, because you can do it, and I'm here to tell you you can do it. I mean, I've been playing live now probably for about 30 years in all kinds of setups, from playing solo to playing in rock bands, to playing in duos, and all kinds of things. And so I'm here to just urge you to kind of do that, because there is such a kind of great feeling once you've gone and you've actually taken that step. And anyway, whatever you decide to do, as long as you're picking up your guitar and enjoying it, that's the main thing. So, you know, this is the way I practice tunes. You're getting a little bit of an insight. I hope it's not too boring for you. But you know, this is, if I'm going to revive this song, because I played it a while back, and it doesn't just, you know, because I play so many songs, I need that kind of 5 minutes to get it back into shape. And remember the key elements, and then it's kind of singing it as well, you know, it's quite a challenge. It's nice sometimes to sit back and have somebody else do the singing, you know. But then it's also a great buzz if you can kind of sing it as well. I am a man in a thousand sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. I bid farewell, oh Kentucky, the place where I was born and bred. For 6 long years I've been in trouble. No pleasures here on earth I've found. For in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now. So, you know, have a go at these things. They're great fun, and you can do anything I can do, you guys can do. You know that, I hope, already. Who have we got here now? It's fairly well, my old lover. I never expect to see you again. Thank you for that, Simon. Yeah, thank you. Well, you can be my singer then. It's a shame you can't tune in, and it can't be a joint broadcast where people can sing and I can hear audio. You're playing Cocaine Blues by Reverend Gary Davis. Oh, fantastic, Reverend Gary Davis. You know, I love a bit of Reverend Gary Davis. I've been working some of his songs up lately. None ready to play, unfortunately, at the moment. I don't know how many of you know about my Patreon page, guys. I think probably 80% of you do know about my Patreon page, but if you're not too sure, it's a place you can go and you can support me. You can get a lot of tabs, a lot of extra lessons and tuition and courses and all kinds of stuff, and it helps keeping me going. Keep producing material for people, building this wonderful catalogue that everybody can draw upon. Hopefully it helps people. The messages I get is just so heartwarming from everybody. It's mind-blowing. It really takes my breath away, some of the comments that I get for some of the videos and things that I've done. But if you'd like me to do me a favour, then you can check out my Patreon page if you haven't done that already. And if you have, or even if you haven't, you could also, anybody who does the social media thing, you know, might like to post a little video link or something like that. All that kind of stuff helps. I do a lot of blues stuff over at Patreon, Mark. And you know, there's an awful lot of blues there as well. I don't know if you're already a patron, but this is one I'm kind of going to be doing over there very shortly. so on and so forth, that kind of stuff. I'm very, very rusty at the moment. As I say, I haven't stopped playing. I need to have a kind of break. It's not often I say that from the guitar, but I don't want to push my hands too much. I don't know if any of you have heard that one before, but it's quite a nice one. So on and so forth. Well worth a look at. Well worth a look at it. It's kind of sweet. It's kind of like a slant on Sweet Jiving Mama by Blind Blake. It's very, very nice. Hey Edgar, haha, it's great to catch you. Thank you for joining us, Edgar. It's kind of very much towards the end of things here. And you guys are just fantastic, you know, for also putting the word out there about my Patreon page and stuff like that, and trying to spread the word, trying to help me and helping me yourselves. I'm extremely grateful to you all, guys. And yeah, Free Wheel, see you next time. Great to catch up with you as well. Yeah, for sure. I like Blind Blake. Yeah, so on and so forth. Well, it's nice to have you listening, Edgar, and everybody else out there as well. It's fantastic. I'm just kind of trying to get... Like a little bit of blues. Yeah, I sure do. Guilty of a little bit of blues. Yeah, I could always try and video. I keep meaning to try and video some of my gigs, but you know, then it's a whole sound thing and everything else. Where are we now? Need a happy song. Wow, I wish I knew a happy song. I only do sad songs, unfortunately. How many years have I been playing, Joe? And how long a show could you fill? Well, I've been playing. How many years have I been playing? Did you say? This is John. This is John Northgate who's asked this question. So, John, in response to that, how many years have I been playing? I guess I've been playing about just under 40 years, John. Um, and how long a show could you fill? I could kind of fill quite a long show if I'm being honest, probably. I only ever really play 2 hour sets, you know. But I've got enough material to play far, far longer than that. You know, I could play for hours on end. I could just play pretty much indefinitely, really. Um, but I get paid to do 2 hour gigs and stuff, you know, essentially. So that's the kind of general kind of time scale. You still coming to Liverpool in January? Are you talking to me, Simon? Or are you talking to... I'm guessing you're talking to me. The United game, United Liverpool game. What is that, isn't it, Simon? Is that the one of the cups? Because it's not obviously Premier, is it? Because we played you at your place recently. Well, we played United at their place, and then we've got them, I think, in January at our place. I'd love to go. It's just getting tickets. Yeah, the Premiership game's in January, I've been told. January 18th-ish, yeah. Are you going? Are you Manchester supporter, Simon? I can't remember. I think you were, weren't you? Yeah. A lot of football chat going on here, guys. Well, a lot of Liverpool chat going on. I suppose that means I should be switching the Scouse on a little bit more, you know, but it seems to have faded away unless I go home. And then it tends to come out a little bit more, you know. But while I'm down here in the south, it seems to have softened. I've been here for a long, long time. Now, I guess you're all familiar with this little ditty. Blackbird singing in the dead out night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird flies. Blackbird flies. In the light of a dark black night. Blackbird Blackbird flies into the light of a dark black night. Blackbirds in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to arise. You're only waiting for this moment to arise. You're only waiting for this moment to arise. A little bit of Blackbird there for you to finish off with, folks. It's been great to catch up with you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all your support as well. It really means a great deal to me. I hope you all have a great weekend. And if you remember that, you know, next week, next Friday at 8 p.m. is going to be the Joe Show. We're going to catch up again, those of us who can. And we'll see how this thing goes. See if we can kind of, you know, grow this little community of the people who take the time to watch what's happening and things like that. And in the meantime, like I say, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. If anybody would like to say farewell to me, then it would be my pleasure to say good evening to each and every one of you who says goodbye. So that'll probably take me another 5 minutes. And I am so thirsty and tired and everything else. I wish I was sharing a cup of tea or a beer or something with all you guys. It would be fantastic. It'd be very interesting to know what all you guys do. I'm kind of slowly getting to know a little bit about it. Right, so let's start the farewells, okay? Let's see who started saying goodbye. James, best 80 minutes I spent today. You see, that's what makes it all worthwhile, guys. You know, when I get people saying stuff like that, it really is fantastic. So, Simon and James, yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. And Mark, okay, Mark, I'm afraid I haven't done Cocaine by Jackson Browne. I wish I did, because then you could pay me 20 quid, but I don't. But there's plenty of stuff over at Patreon equally as good, Mark. So if you're not already there, it'd be fantastic to have you on board, even if you just go check out what's there. So farewell to you as well. I'm Paul H. Yeah, okay, see you next Friday. Preston, you stayed for quite some time, Preston, and I'm really grateful for that. Nice to catch up with you. And Simon, you kept on missing the live streams. That is the reason for the Joe Show, Simon. Susie, it's always great for you to join us as well, and thank you very much for joining us again, and Edgar as well. You take care, and that's Simon. Yeah, you take care, Simon. Have a great weekend. And Edgar. And John. Yeah, John Northgate. You take care. Julie, you take care, and have a lovely weekend, Julie. I'm sure I'll catch up with you. James, au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Arrivederci. Yeah. Deadwood. Hey, thank you, Deadwood. It's great to meet you and have you part of the gang here. And Simon there, okay. Jeff and Preston, great weekend. Yeah, okay. Free Will, I'm coming to the end. Are there any final ones coming through before I press that button to say goodnight? Mark, I do check it out all the time. Great teacher, Joe. Thanks, Mark. And Leadbelly, yeah, thanks for joining me. And hey, Jack from Northern California. Jack, I tell you what I would give to be over in Northern California now. I'm guessing it would be a lot warmer than what it would here. Okay, night to everyone else, yeah. Okay, I think we've just about covered everybody. Is there anybody I haven't said bye to yet? Stay safe and have a good week until next time. Will do. Okay, guys, great to catch up with you all. Look after yourselves and have a good weekend.